has a consequence. Every decision you make is going to lead you down a particular road. So whenever you're making a decision, ask yourself, which path, which road is this leading me down? Because there are consequences for it. So if you didn't marry the person you married, you would have been on a different road. Trust me. The question is, would it have been a better road? So there are things that we do, there are things that we engage in, that we got to ask ourselves, how did I end up on this road? And then how can I come off this road? Because every time you make a decision to solve a problem, you create a new problem. That is just a principle of life. And I usually use this example. If you are homeless, the solution to homelessness is what? Get a house, get a home. So that solves the problem of homelessness. But once you solve that problem, you have to now consider, how am I going to protect all of these things inside of this house? So you have a new problem. And then you've got to ask, how am I going to pay for all of this? Security, lights, water. Wasn't I better without a house? So now I have a new problem. So here's what you do. Burglar the house to solve the problem of security that nobody takes it. But then the fire breaks out and then you ask, how am I getting out? So you're back to another problem. Every solution creates a problem. So life is about selecting which problem you want. That is what it is. So when people say that, if I marry this person or marry that person, you just have to see that if you're going to marry this person, which problems am I going to go with? She has children, they are not mine. So therefore, these are the problems that we'll have to now determine. I marry this one, she has no children, but the question that I'm now going to get is, what kind of psyche does this person have? Whatever it is, you end up with problems. What amazes me that we have so many people walking about hoping that they could make a decision without a problem. And they frustrate themselves trying to do that. But people who grow up as black sheep find themselves seem to be stepping always into problems. They make turns because of the fact that they have no confidence in their decision making. They depend on other people to affirm or confirm. So they will call you. You think I should wear this? Men, let me talk to the men for a while. The most annoying thing is to go shopping without a money. There are few things more annoying than that. When I go shopping with my wife, she could never make up her mind. And that's one of the things that drives men crazy. When people can't make up their mind. So when I go shopping, she takes down the shoes. Lovely shoes. She put it on, she look at it. She walk in front of the mirror. She walk, it's only one side shoe, so she hip and drop. You all know what I'm talking about, I'm not lying. She hip and drop. And she look at herself. Then she turns to me. You like it? And as every man who wants to come out the store, guess what we say? Yeah. And guess what she said? You're just saying so. Why did you ask me? So she decides she's not taking it because you're just saying so. Guess where she's heading now? She knows there's another store 2 miles down the road. She's hot on the trail of that next store. She goes there, she takes down the shoe. She puts it on, she watches it, she looks at it. She asks you that famous question. You like it? You know what happened the last time, so you said, no. Well, I like it. Am I lying, people? They never make up their mind. as though they are put here to oppose. Trust me. But what we talk about is that the black sheep seems not to be able to make up their mind. And I'm not saying my wife is a black sheep there. But the black sheep always needs somebody else to decide. They see all the evidence there. I was counseling a lady one time. This lady is not married to the gentleman. She went to his home, his apartment, met him in the very act. In the very act. Naked as he born, she pushed the door. He is on the bed with the lady. She saw that. He is telling her she is too hasty. So she comes to me now to ask me what she should do. Clearly, I know from the time a woman, you are not married to the gentleman, you are found in the act, she is now feeling guilty because she is saying, I must be really too hasty in you. I know this lady has some history in her childhood that caused her to be in that state of mind. So it was not surprising. I try not to tell people how to run their life when I do counseling. I try to give people the evidence and they make a decision. But it was not surprising to me when a couple of weeks later, she said first that she's going to call off the relationship. But a couple of weeks later, she's passing by the office and she says she's going to go to sit down with him to work this out. I'm not going to do anything, Mr. Stewart. I just want to find out from him why. Now, she is going there, and she's planning on going there 8 o'clock in the night to find out from him why. Now, we would laugh at her, but when you check some of the stuff that we do, you tell me, because some things I laugh people for, and I turn around and wait and say, but I is a man. Because I do worse things than I laugh what people do. But I'm telling you, that is the state that we get. And that's because she has no confidence in herself. She needs me to tell her, call off that relationship. And because I'm not doing it, she does not know how to come to that conclusion. It's really cheap. Next time we do workshop, we're not going to do presentations. Yeah, because the time always runs out. So I want people now, as we wind up, because I know people have work to go to tomorrow. I want you to be able to reflect just for a moment. I want you to just close your eyes. Reflect on your childhood. When I say close your eyes, I meant both. I want you to reflect on your childhood while you were growing up. Did you feel loved, comfort, approved, worthy? Did you feel as though there was someone in your corner? Did you feel as though there was someone you can go to when you got in trouble? And the person can deal with you not by what you have done wrong, but really deal with you as a human being who has earned. Did you have that kind of relationship in growing up? Some of you have, and thank God for that. You need to multiply yourself. You need to be able to make sure that you help other people get into that. Some of you have not. And if you have not, that means that your life is still in what we call flux. So I want you to open your eyes now. The question is, are you going to stay in that situation? There are things that you can do to change your life. There's some stuff you'll have to give up from your past. There are some people you'll have to just dismissed from that circumstance in the past. It might be your father. It might be your mother. It might be your brother. It might be your sister. Joseph had to deal with that. Years later, Joseph was crying and welcomed his brothers home after forgiving them. Esau and Jacob, did you know that they made back up? Yes, sir. And that's the answer. The people that you felt would have done you evil, you need to be prepared to drop them. Because you'll be walking around with hurt. Joyce Meyer says, when we fail to forgive people, it's like drinking poison and hope that the other person drops dead. And that is so true. We're going to sing a song. We're going to ask Brother Thaddeus to come forward. Some of you may want help. Some of you may want prayer. Some of you may want the will to be able to give up some stuff. We are asking you, don't sit where you are, walk forward. Let us pray for you.